Everybody, good day. So today I saw a video where Robert Kennedy Jr. was talking about how 100 congressmen support putting Ozempic being paid for by Medicare and Medicaid. So this would be about $1,500 a month to pay for it. If everybody who's obese, which I think he said was 74% of Americans, was on Ozempic, this would be $3 trillion. And he pointed out that many of these congressmen are actually paid for or given money by the parent company that makes Ozempic. And he basically said that if everybody just ate better, they wouldn't need to be on Ozempic. And for that $3 trillion, you could give every American 3 healthy meals a day, pay for their gym membership, etc. Well, as somebody who has been trained in Western medicine, treats orthopedic patients, but also has a great interest in the wellness community, there is a little bit of a civil war going on here, and I think there's a point that we are kind of leaving out. So what does it mean if you are obese and you're considering taking Ozempic? What does that mean as far as wellness? Well, what does it look like to change your life so that you can lose the weight? So maybe you need to lose 100 pounds, maybe you need to lose 150 pounds. What does it mean to lose the weight? Well, obesity is a disease like any other disease. So whether it's obesity, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, orthopedic injuries, a lot of orthopedic injuries are due to chronic inflammation. So I'm talking about the things like arthritis, tendonitis, bursitis, things like that. The first step for some people is going to be a pill, a shot, a surgery. So that's where Ozempic fits perfectly into Western medicine. You're 100 pounds overweight, you go on the pill, it makes it better. But really for all of us, the first step should be to try to get healthy through food and nutrition. So what would this look like in a typical day? So from a food perspective, this would basically be, I'm going to take you through a week of what healthy nutrition would look like. On a Sunday night, you might have steak, sweet potato, and a salad. You wake up Monday morning, you're still probably full from Sunday night, so if you don't want to eat breakfast, you don't have to. But if you're going to eat breakfast, you eat like eggs and avocado. If you need a lot of breakfast, then maybe you add some almonds or some blueberries or something like that. For lunch, you're eating the leftover steak from the night before, the leftover sweet potato. And then for dinner, you're going at it again, another meat. So for Monday night dinner, it's going to be chicken. You're going to have a vegetable, maybe broccoli, and then salad again. And then you're getting up the next morning and you're doing it again. You're having a couple eggs. If you need a little bit of a side, you could have some blueberries or some almonds again. And then your leftovers again for lunch, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of vegetables. You're getting home, you're doing it again, but this time you're having salmon. And then you got it. The next day, you're having eggs for breakfast again. The next night, you're doing something, you're changing it up. Maybe you're tired of chicken, steak, and salmon, so you're gonna have special nachos that instead of using chips, which are probably not very good for you, you're gonna use sweet potato chips. You're gonna take the time to make sweet potato chips, put all the nachos on top of it, and then on Friday's burger night, and instead of putting it on a bun, you're gonna use iceberg lettuce and all your normal burger toppings. So basically, I'm telling you, is that you're eating meat, you're eating vegetables, and you're eating eggs. And then if you don't have any problems with weight, you're eating fruit. So whether you're having apples, oranges, blueberries, strawberries, whatever you're having, if you're gonna have a snack, you're basically gonna put blueberries in some Greek yogurt with some almond. The only thing you're drinking is water, and you're drinking coffee or tea. If you do that, you're trying not to drink alcohol. If you are drinking alcohol, you're gonna drink something like tequila, which is more anti-inflammatory, or something like whiskey, which is gonna be better for you than a lot of beers. Now, you don't have to be perfect. This is just saying that if you were gonna be perfect, now maybe you're not perfect and you're putting some sweetener in your coffee. Again, not perfect, but it's not a 200 calorie Starbucks drink. Or maybe you're having pizza on Saturday night, or regular nachos on Sunday while you're watching the football game. But this doesn't mean that you're having those kind of things every meal, okay? So for some people, this is just how they live. They eat fish, they eat chicken, they eat beef, ground-fed beef. They're eating vegetables, probably 1 or 2 every single meal. They're not eating those big waffle, Pop-Tart, pancake, French toast breakfasts. They're basically sticking to eggs and meat. Maybe processed meat like bacon and sausage is not the best for you, but it's certainly probably better than the processed carbs and sugary foods. So that is what you're living if you're trying to eat healthy. Now, what does your exercise look like? So I've talked about the walking challenge. What I'm trying to say is you don't have to do CrossFit. You don't have to run marathons. You have to move your body though. So if you're going to do the walking challenge, you're going to walk 4 to 5, maybe even 7 days a week, 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day. And then if you really want to take to the next level, you add in sprinting once or twice a week, which the details were in the sprint challenge. If you really want to do the vital, most important thing you can do, that's lifting weights. So whether you're doing a free weight thing where you're going to the gym, whether you're working with a personal trainer, whether you're doing some at home, for instance, this is what my week looks like. On Mondays, I do arms and shoulders. On Wednesdays, I do legs. On Thursdays, I do chest and back. On Saturdays, I do a total body thing. Do anything from 20 to 30 minutes of the different body parts, and then 30 minutes to 45 minutes of the total body part. For about 10, 15 years, I did that using P90X tapes. For the last 3-4 years, I've done it on the Peloton app, and there's great workouts. I have friends who do heavy free weights. Some of them have a home gym. Some of them go to the gym. I have other friends who do TRX bands and resistance training, but resistance training is probably the number one thing you can do to get in shape. And then the third part of your fitness is basically stretching. So some people love yoga and they go to a yoga class a couple times a week. For me, ideally, I'd be doing like the 10 to 20 minute yoga class 3 days a week. But in reality, yoga is the thing I skimp on. So I try to stretch after every workout. And when I'm super active and I get super sore, I then ramp it up and try to be more consistent about it. So that is a very simple plan to be healthy. And it seems very straightforward. But for whatever reason, most people can't do that. It is not simple for them. And as a result, they are looking for something else. And that's where the big mystery is it doesn't seem that hard to eat healthy, but still there's plenty of people who can afford to eat healthy and don't. And it's because the other food is too addicting. It's become their habit. They're not curious, so they're not looking into the healthiest ways to eat. There's a whole assortment of reasons. And then you get the next group of people. This would be something more with a middle income where they can eat healthy, but they'd have to make choices. They would have to give up certain things in life. So maybe they are not going out if they're going to eat healthy. Maybe they're not going on vacation to Disney World to eat healthy. They have to choose to be healthy over doing some things that they feel might be more urgent. And I haven't even gotten into the people who are more low income who can't afford to eat healthy. A huge problem in this country is food deserts, where the lower income people can't even find healthy food. So that's a whole different area. And the same thing with working out. There's plenty of people, take for me, I mean, I'm an empty nester practically. I have plenty of free time. So for me, it's not a big deal to go for a walk every day and also have 20 minutes to lift weights here or there. Other people are super busy. So again, they have to make choices. Are they going to get up early? Are they going to give up their Netflix show? Are they going to do something less social? How are they going to find that time to work out? And then again, you add even lower income groups where maybe it's not safe to go out and walk. Maybe it's too expensive to buy some weights. So for those people, they almost have to be heroic. I mean, they have to be like, I'm going to run in place in some place, or I'm going to do all my workouts by doing push-ups and body weight squats and things like that. So it is difficult for people to do that. So that's where you're getting into it, is that you can say we're going to put all this money aside and have this utopia where everybody can have healthy meals, and everybody can have a gym membership, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to improve everybody's life until we can figure out why some people eat healthy all the time and actually enjoy it, and some people work out all the time and actually enjoy it, and other people who have plenty of means to eat healthy and have plenty of means to work out just don't work out. So this idea that everybody can just eat healthy and work out, I love it. That's what I'm preaching. But in reality, I'm just trying to find the person who maybe doesn't know what to do or needs that little bit of motivation. We have to realize that right now, in the current situation in the United States, not everybody's going to do that. So then you get into the medicine thing. Ozempic has plenty of side effects. It appears to slow down gastroparesis, what I've heard, and I'm not saying that I'm an expert at Ozempic. I tell people that they should talk to their primary care doctor, but it has some side effects. It slows down gastroparesis. It sounds like you have to be on it for the rest of your life. It sounds very expensive. In addition, you're not just losing fat, you're losing muscle mass and bone density. Is there a study where if you did impact training, you could increase your bone density, or if you lifted weights, you could increase your muscle mass? It hasn't been done yet. So it has some real side effects, but all medicines, all surgeries have some side effects. So if you were paralyzed and you're in a wheelchair and you could take a medicine like Ozempic, same side effects as Ozempic, say, and it was going to get you walking again, you would certainly do it. So now you take the person who is 150 pounds overweight, okay? Maybe their back is falling apart. They have degenerative changes in their back. They're having huge problems because of the weight. Their knees can't handle the weight, whatever it is. And you can look at them and be like, this person's 150 pounds overweight. They're only 40 years old. They are not going to be able to get out of a chair in 10 years. Would you give them Ozempic? Well, you would consider it. So we need to be a little bit careful about demonizing the meds completely. For the right person, they might be the correct thing. But what I'd like to see us do, I would love for everybody to have healthy food options and have that available to them. I would love for everybody to have access to exercise. But the bigger question is, how do we motivate people to do that? And is it that some people have a gene for perseverance and grit and get-to-itness? Why do some people are able to exercise every day until it falls into a habit and they love it? And some people prefer to eat healthy, and maybe, they go on a trip and they don't eat healthy for 2 days and all they can think about is, oh, I can't wait till I start eating healthy again. If we could all be like that, that would be great. But in reality, we're not all like that. And that's probably the biggest question. So the wellness community and the Western medicine community kind of need to talk about this so that we're all on the same page to get as many people healthy as possible. So just some food for thought and think about it and go from there. Good luck.